We have all heard the phrase day ones, those people who've been with you since the very beginning. But on this episode of the Wins and Lessons podcast, I want to introduce you to something that doesn't get talked about enough, your day twos. Day twos are the friends you meet later in life. The ones who show up when you've already been through the storms and you walk in with intention. They don't just know where you've been, they understand where you're going. In this week's episode, we sit down with Kofa, someone who's become family to myself and Mama Lex.
So my win is being aligned with somebody, again, who has a common idea of what the future should look like. And that's being successful in your endeavors, being a successful parent, and just a good friend.
We talk about the power of finding aligned friendships in adulthood, and how they sharpen your purpose, and why your day twos might be the people to help you to reach the next level of your journey. Because sometimes it's not who started with you, it's who grows with you. On this episode of the Wins and Lessons podcast, we have the great Kofa back in the building. Thank you for coming back and circling the block on the Wins and Lessons podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because, you are the day two. And that's the conversation we're going to talk about, day twos. I think it's a new term that nobody never used. Like, we always talk about day ones. And sometimes we don't talk about the day twos. And I want to shed light on a new topic, day twos. And who's better to have on the conversation to talk about day twos than a day two I have right here, Kofa. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? I appreciate the invite. Appreciate you having me back.
Yes.
Studio looks great. Look a little bit different. I know I was the actual first guest
You
on
was.
the Wins and Lessons. I know I wasn't the first episode, but I was the first guest. So I was a guinea pig, but I appreciated it.
It wasn't a guinea pig. It was
the
just,
studio looks good. I did get some free cigars out of it, though. That was my gift. I don't know. You know what? No, because you gave everybody else their bag on camera.
No, we got you on camera.
After we recorded.
We're still on camera, though.
I was a guinea pig.
But also, you got a different bag than everybody else. You had
That's why I said I got free cigars. I'm not complaining.
He said not talking about that. Okay.
I was making fun of it. Remember, it was like the Christmas bag.
It was a Christmas bag.
I did. I got free cigars. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't got no complaints.
Yeah. Do you celebrate Christmas?
No.
Okay. So the
Huh?
huh?
You celebrate Christmas?
We take off. Take off for work. Yeah.
Putting up the tree.
But my favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Story. I watch all 24 hours on TNT every Christmas. Better not nobody touch my TV. Everybody in the house knows that. It's been like that since I was a kid. I don't celebrate a Muslim. We don't do Christmas, but I love A Christmas Story. I got to indulge in something.
So like you watch it. I don't want to get derailed real quick, but just real quick. You watch it constantly, or you just.
I let it run all throughout the day.
So you might walk away.
I might walk away and come
Okay.
back, but don't turn the channel.
What does this look like for KJ?
It's gonna be our real first Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
y'all making
So
some
yeah, we're gonna have a new tradition. We're breaking an old tradition.
No, you're not, because you watch the show.
We're starting a new tradition. Because I got a son, I got somebody to watch it with now.
Little word
See,
of
these
advice.
are the conversations you have with your day twos.
Yeah, a little word of advice. He's not going to enjoy.
Just random.
He's not going to enjoy the Christmas Story like you think he is. Because the way that my son don't enjoy the stuff that I thought he would like,
Yeah.
it's going to be the same thing.
As long as he keeps liking Ninja Turtles, we're good.
All right,
Because he's a turtle head already. So
all right.
I'm a great father.
I think the only person
I did a good job. He likes turtles.
Only thing my son like that I still like is Lupe Fiasco.
You did a good job.
Okay, that's cool.
Take
that's
a bow.
cool. Yeah, so this conversation is going to be about day twos, right?
Yeah.
A conversation about day twos, because it's important to have the right day twos for you to go to the next step of your life. But I want to emphasize that, day ones are important. Day ones could be somebody that help you with the building blocks to get to the next step, to when you meet the day twos that you could go to the next level and project to where you need to project to. So, shout out to the day ones. Day ones, shout out to y'all. But it's a conversation about the day twos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to ask, to you, what is a day two?
Day two would be somebody with common interests and what the future is going to look like. Where you're going.
Yeah.
Does it match your future? Like you said, we're day twos.
Yeah.
Like we met one day at a cigar bar 3 years ago, and it's been. I mean, we've been going ever since.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Great conversations. We talk damn near every day.
Yeah.
Except when I get in trouble and Mama Lex takes away his Kofa minutes, and then I have to give it like 2 days, and I can't call. And yeah, I think I was one of the first. You know, it's really cool though. Like seriously, it was really cool to get that photo of you guys. You know, your wedding bands after you got married, because I think I was the second or third person. I think you told your mom or something first.
Yeah.
And then like, so to have that. That was like an honor to me, for real, because like I'm taking a nap. I take my naps all the time. He knows that day too. He knows not to call between certain times. I mean, that's how close we've gotten.
Yeah.
But I wake up, I'm like, he was like, yep, we did it. I'm like, well, damn. I got to call and, you know, congratulate him and all that. So I knew what it was between y'all. So just knowing that and seeing that that extension of you guys' relationship,
Yeah.
been super supportive. When I found out about my son, he was the first person to know.
Yeah.
I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell my day ones. Again, salute to my day ones. But I called Ron first. So when we met in that cigar bar and we were talking about YouTube and podcasting and business and, you know, things just aligned. Like you meet these people, you know, in your life and you still have even if the goal isn't the exact same, the path.
Yeah.
Like we know we're going to walk down this path for so long. You may venture off over here. I may venture off over here. But the goal is to move forward and not stay stagnant. And I think that's the issue that a lot of people have with their day ones is everybody knows who you were and they can't see where you're going, especially if they don't want to go in that direction.
Yeah, I noticed that with the day ones. And like I said, it's no shade, but I did notice that because, you know, I noticed it when I was starting my business and I'm noticing more support from people that's not my day ones. And I'm like, damn, why they not rocking with the business I got going on? Like, damn, am I bad at what I'm doing?
Yeah.
You start second guessing everything, but then you start seeing more people coming into your shop. Well, you know, I had a shop. People coming into my shop, like, yeah, they love it. They start referring their families, and I'm start seeing the growth. I'm like, all right, maybe I am doing something right, but I don't see that type of support from the day ones. But it's no shade. Maybe they're just not interested in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing at the time is not really for them. And that's okay, because sometimes people grow apart for different reasons. It could be, you know, educational reasons. It could be sometimes financial reasons. It could be, you know, just reasons of interest. Like, all right, y'all about to go here. I'm not with that. I'm not trying to be in those spaces no more. I'm in this space in my life. I'm a parent. You know, I got a business. I got my husband. I can't go to these spaces. So sometimes we do go in different directions. And yeah, just that I appreciate the moment once you go to that different direction and you meet somebody that is a day two, like such as yourself.
Yeah. Because then you have, like you said, a lot of times your day ones, they don't know the person you're becoming. They're so used to you doing X, Y. They're used to Ron working at the car shop.
Yeah.
This Ron working for, I don't know if you want me to say the company.
No, you
don't.
Don't say it.
Okay. You working for the company now is a little bit different because the company made you move. The company gave you a different tax bracket.
Yeah.
The company gave you a different time that the day one can reach you. Because before, they knew they could call you between such and such time because this is what you were doing when you were at the shop.
Yeah.
Now you have a new job. You have a new opportunity. Your life starts to shift and take a different, like we say, a different path or just a different look that, okay, you can't call between this time because I'm no longer on second or third shift or getting off at 6 o'clock. Like I got to be up at 5. So my phone's going off at like 9 or 10. Again, day two thing. I know when time your phone is going on silent. 9 o'clock p.m. every night. If I text them between 9 and 10, I might get a response. Like it happened last night. I was like, oh, I forgot such and such. My bad, so late. I get a return text message at 6:30 this morning when my eyes are opening. Like, hey, my bad. Sorry so early. Like, I was already up, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to interject here and say this is why I always encourage people to go to college. And I know that college isn't for everyone, but when people are going to college as a choice, I think you meet your first day twos because you're in an environment where everyone has come together. Most of the time, people don't know each other, and so you do connect based off of those similarities and based off of those interests that y'all are talking about. Now, granted, college, you're not necessarily meeting or connecting for growth reasons. Some of those things could be positive or negative, but for the most part, that is where people meet those day twos. So when I think about my day two people, I think about like Jasmine, I think about Lee, I think about the people that I met during those chapters where I was still finding myself, still figuring it out and growing. And then every single time I've evolved, a new group of people have been attached. And I'm a very private person, very close knit to my friends and family. So because of that, it's like every chapter I might meet one or two new people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that the same with y'all?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that makes sense with the college being your first day twos. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And I also think with the, I guess the evolution of the day twos, and it could be in different stages. Like you said, college. It could just be now you in work. You know what I'm saying? Every 7 years you shed like a tree, I think it is, or just some type of it's like something.
Snake shed
well, I guess even humans. Yeah. I think we all like just it's kind of like a full shed every 7 years. So sometimes the next 7 years of your life is gonna look different than the last 7 years. And during that process, you might shed off a few things and might drop a few leaves in that process. Yeah. Yeah. So, a day two for me is, kind of similar to what you said. You're aligned in what it is that you're doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like you and I, we both content creation, even though we talk about similar things sometimes, we talk about total opposite things sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes we could totally agree, we could disagree, but we still in the same path of, being in the creative space. So we putting stuff together and mapping things out. And sometimes we might pivot, sometimes we may change this and change that, but we could bounce ideas off each other. And when it comes to like a day one, they have no idea about that type of stuff. Yeah. They had no idea, like, oh, let me get this camera, let me get this lens, let me get this light, let me get this microphone, let me get these different things of all the stuff that we need. But, you and I, we're like, yo, I just bought this Sony, son. Yeah. I just bought this Canon, you know what I'm saying? I got the Shure. Like, we just going back and forth about these things and just making sure things are working. But I want to ask you this. I guess for you, like, what kind of spaces, Lex mentioned college. Mm-hmm. I mentioned, like, I guess work. Like, what's some spaces that you can meet a day two, you think?
College, definitely. Yeah. For me, military. Mm-hmm. Easy.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate it. Yes. Thank you for your support. Mm-hmm. But the military.
Did we get a military discount for this show? Okay.
You get so many different people from so many different places. Cause like even in college, Black people tend to shift over here. The white people kind of kick it. We may come together for like a football, basketball game, maybe a big party or, homecoming, something like that. Mm-hmm. But with the military, like we're dealing with people from all types of backgrounds, from never born in this country to coming over here. The military was their path to citizenship to, people that look like us. Maybe, again, I meet somebody from New York, meet people from Chicago, LA. I've met white people that had never been around Black people. Yeah. I met a kid in basic training. His father was a Spanish, like the country Spain was a high
diplomat.
About to say Democrat. Diplomat from Spain, like high-ranking diplomat. His whole purpose for coming in the army was to prove that he didn't need his daddy's money. Like like his father had diplomatic immunity. Wow. He could come over here, literally do what Trump said he was going to do, shoot somebody in the middle of Times Square, and nothing would happen to him. They would just send him back. Yeah. Like he had that type of money. Wow. So that's where a lot of my day twos came from, was in the military. So I can explain stuff, like even to you as a day two, I can explain stuff to you, but I have to explain it in a corporate setting. Yeah. Versus my military guys, we can sit there and throw around military jargon that everybody understands, and they know how important retirement is. Yeah. Doing your 20 years plus, they know how important the promotion in rank is. Going to certain military schools to earn your stripes. Like seriously. So that's a space that a lot of people leave out because not everybody has gone in the military. Yeah. So that's where a lot of my day twos came from as well.
I love that you mentioned military, because we actually have a guest coming who is talking about her 20-year stint in the Air Force, and she just retired and is transitioning into civilian life, what that looks like, and just the overall layout of what she's doing next. So it just feels like,
and that's a difficult transition too. So she's going to need those military day twos, or maybe a day two that's already ahead of her and has already retired and made that adjustment to civilian life, because everybody doesn't get that. Like, some people can't function without the military. That's all they've known.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think we are pulling out episode 3, Kofa. We might have to start charging you because that is another, like, I'm thinking, thinking about being creative, and the whole military conversation, like, not even going off rails, but I mentioned to him, I wish I would have known more then, like 19, 20, or even just, 17, right out of high school, that I know now about the military. And I know you went in later.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend Chanel. She also went in later. And so that's just a conversation that I would love to put out there, because I think people get a negative persona. Like, I hear people always talking negatively about military without really understanding the impact and the benefit. I mean, it's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah.
But I see the people in our life, think about Toby, think about Flowers, like the people in our life who are military, ex-military, active military, and how just full your life is, whether it be from being able to travel, your experience in the community, your day twos, people you have connections with, like Chanel, they're going to Japan. She's visiting someone. And it's just, it's that openness that I would love to create another conversation about.
Yeah, I spin the block again.
Huh? But we're going to pay you. How much we charging?
Oh, we're not paying Kofa.
No.
We just pay Kofa cigars.
They too. You see how that works? Right on the same page. You see how easy that was?
And speaking of cigars, I mean, that's another spot you can meet day twos.
Yep.
That's
what happened with us.
Yeah, smoking a cigar, and that I don't know, just being in cigar lounges and having conversations with people, you just meet all different types of walks of life, and it's a great experience. Like, one of the first guests we had, the second guest, well, you were the first recording, but the second episode, Toby, he was somebody I met in a cigar lounge, and found out he wrote a book and all the different things. But cigar lounges to me is I guess a vital place for day twos, in my opinion. Even some of the people I met on the South Side.
For a lot of men, I would say, like, even if you don't smoke, I encourage brothers all the time. Just go in there, because a lot of the cigar lounges, cigar bars they're going to have drinks. So most people that can't smoke, they're going to drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink, but I love my cigars. So I fit into a cigar lounge. I'm not going to go to a regular bar.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be normally where I would go, because people are just going to drink.
Yeah.
Some fight breaks out. But in a cigar lounge, I don't have time to punch you in the face with $15 in my hand. That's just, I don't know why. That's just the way it typically goes in cigar lounges.
Yeah.
So you do open up and have all these great conversations. I know, I don't know names, but we had, I know his name, the older white guy with the Rolexes.
Oh, yeah.
Put us on game about Rolexes and how to invest just over a cigar. And you see him, you would think he's fucking homeless.
Yeah.
Then we had the older guy. I don't remember his name. Older black guy with the bicycle.
Oh yes, yeah.
Sitting on paper, will tell you how to invest just over a cigar. Things that you would have to pay money for, like consultation fees. In a cigar lounge, you meet so many people from so many different backgrounds. Shout out to Ty. Ty, he was out of town. He went to a cigar lounge talking to a couple of guys. And he said, bro, by the time the conversation was over, like an hour later, like, I done bought drinks and we just all chilling. And they were like, no. He's like, no, I bought them drinks. He's like, bro, I bought 2 drinks for 2 millionaires. I had no idea I was sitting between 2 millionaires.
That's crazy.
The entire time.
But you don't know that. You'd be like, I don't know. It's like the playing field is leveled.
Yeah. And
it's like people have a conversation, just, a lot of times it's man-to-man conversation.
Yeah.
And the conversations that you really don't get just in regular spots, like you said, the bar, a hookah lounge, anything that you need a tip. You don't have those kind of conversations.
Or scream over music.
Or scream over music. Or wobbly tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, man.
Does the type of cigar differentiate like someone's, I guess, financial level or exposure?
That can start a conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, have you tried this one? Oh, what are you smoking? What are you smoking? Like, it was a guy, like, I'm partial to Nicaraguan tobacco. And
hand rolls.
Yep. Hand rolls, basic hand rolls.
Yeah.
But Nicaraguan tobacco hand rolls, I'll smoke those all day. And I've smoked to that level. So when somebody's like, hey, what's your favorite cigar? I'm like, man, if it's Nicaraguan, I'm a smoker. Really? I like da-da-da-da. He said, oh, you should try this one. Conversation just flows from there.
Yeah.
And those people don't always become day twos, but it's day two-esque conversation, because that's how simple it started with me and Ron.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you have a YouTube channel too? And somebody else introduced us.
Yeah. D-Maze.
Yeah. Shout out to D-Maze. Mind Games Uncut. Shout out to D-Maze. He was like, he got a YouTube channel too.
He was like,
what?
what?
Oh, what? And I was like, oh, cool. What do you talk about? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just getting started. He was like, and Ron, first day, hey, did you try this? You know, there's this website that you can go to and blah, blah, blah. We just started sharing information from there. And pretty much been on ever since.
Yep,
like
now you got more subscribers than me.
Yeah. I had to play catch up.
That's true. And I had a new page. Well, you got one.
Yeah, you got 2 platforms though.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, see? Commonality.
Yeah.
Just reaching the goal. Matter of fact, you know what's, I'm going to tell this story. Me and Ron, like I said, we talk like every other day.
Yeah.
Like, just as day two, just check up, what's up, you know. Shout out to Lex, too. Mama Lexa, how's KJ? So, my son, Crown, she calls him Kofa Jr. She's the only one that calls him Kofa Jr. She's the only one that I allow to call him a junior. So, she asked me,
is that too slave-like? Is that too massive?
So, I'll ask, you know, how's Heidi? You know, check in, you know, just on the fam in general. But I text Ron, what's today? Wednesday? Mm-hmm. I text Ron Monday, or was that yesterday, about the book. Damn. It was a couple of days ago. But anyway, I text him just out of the blue. I was like, hey, I know this is random, but what's the title? I know you're working on a book.
Oh, yeah.
He hit me back like an hour later, and then he sends me the title. And I called him. I was like, I know you were working on a book, just from our conversation. He never said anything, but I know him. And I know the product that he's trying to put out with, you know, Broken Traditions and Wins and Lessons. Yeah. So I know he's trying to expand. So I always just try to encourage him. And he asked me the same thing, too. Like, you know, you think about doing this. Again, did you try this this platform? Yep. He's always giving me ideas. He'll send me a video. Hey, check this video out. They show you how to grow subscribers. It's worked. But and that's how you can lock in with somebody that's a day two, when you genuinely have the same interests of success. Mm-hmm. Like he said, his platform talks about stuff that's different than mine. Yeah. Yep. But just on a baseline level of being a content creator, being a father, our kids, I think, our oldest kids are like a month apart. Yeah. So that was
a year. It's a year, right? So I think a year apart.
No, the same age.
I thought she was born 03, no?
No, 04.
Oh, yeah, so a month apart. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Her birthday's in January. When?
September. A few months apart.
Yeah, a few months apart. Yeah. But, yeah, right there. Anyway, so that was their commonality, because I was asking him before I had my son, I was like, damn, what is it like to have a son? And he was like, da-da-da-da. He's like, what's it like to have a daughter? whole
different league. Same spot.
Yep.
Well, not the same spot,
but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
that's wild.
Yeah, but my bonus daughter is my next step for fatherhood and your newfound son.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just crazy how that aligns, because he'll hit me up out of blue and be like, "Hey, did you try this?" I'll be like, "Damn, I was thinking about that yesterday." And then I hit him up, like I said, Monday, and was like, "What's up with the book?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you more about the book.
Okay. Right. What's your? Because we didn't ask initially. What's your win?
My win? Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
It's wins and lessons.
Oh, what's my win? No, I'm like, you know how people ask you like, what's your why? So I'm like, are we talking?
So you're literally guinea pig.
Yes.
I hate this for you, Kofa, because we identified we wanted to start asking specific to the guests, like what's their win, what's their lesson.
Okay.
And so the fact that I asked that question and it came off like what?
Yeah.
We won't ask it like that again.
Yeah. See, I told you, I'm the guinea pig. I keep telling you, I'm the guinea pig. It's okay. Yeah. It can. And matter of fact, this is how I knew I was the guinea pig. When we first did the first episode, before we did it, and you hit me up, we was like, Ron was like, yeah, me and Les was talking, and we figured you'd be a perfect guest because we don't know what we're doing. We're just trying something. We're gonna see if it works. We're gonna figure it out as we go. So I was like, yeah, I don't care. Like I'm down with that. Yeah. So that's how I know I'm the guinea pig. It's all jokes. It's all love.
Now I gotta get you another cigar.
So we're 9 episodes. How many episodes is this?
So after today, we will have 12.
Is this season? Is this enough for a new season? Because it seems like Kofa is.
Do I kick off the new season? Is that it?
It's given.
No, you're not kicking off the new season.
Oh, okay.
You didn't kick off the first season.
Well, I kind of did.
So this.
The audience doesn't know that. I know that. You couldn't let me have that.
So you know what? This episode will drop in season 2, and with that being said,
I never heard of that.
Oh, it'll just be 2.0, 1.2 or something. I don't know.
I can live with that. You season 2.
I'm sorry, Kofa. I was just trying to make this episode special.
No, it's cool. So I will tell you what my win is now that I know what you're talking about.
All right.
I was just confused. I didn't know if it was WIN or WHEN because most people ask, "What's your why?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What's my win? What am I supposed
All right, so
to do?"
we're gonna frame it like this. Okay.
So my win is being aligned with somebody again who has a common idea of what the future should look like, and that's being successful in your endeavors, being a successful parent, and just a good friend. So that's my win. Like I didn't full transparency. I've been in Atlanta since 2010. I didn't make my first male friends until 2018, and that was Ty, and my other homeboy Kevin, and that again they choose through the military. Because when I first got to Atlanta, I was still in the military, but I was in the reserve, so I wasn't full time around soldiers all the time. I was working a shitty job. I was literally the only guy on the shift. When I changed shift, then I was one of I'm an asshole. One and a half guys, because the other guy was, an Atlantean. I'll say that. So it was only a handful of us guys on the shift. So I did not, and then my daughter was young. It's by the time I got to Atlanta, she was just starting kindergarten, in those early elementary stages. Mm-hmm. So and then I ended up getting custody of her. So she stayed with me. So I didn't have a lot of outgoing life like that. So it took me 8 years after being here to meet my 2 male friends, and it's weird and I wasn't smoking cigars at the time either. So it's weird. I can't just roll up to a dude, especially here in Atlanta, and just be like, "Hey, you like Outkast?" You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna work. You want to go to? I got 2 tickets, Hawks games on me. So I couldn't do that. So meeting my homeboys through the military and stuff, and Ty's the one that introduced me to cigars, and was the reason I was there at El Jefe that day. And, you know what I'm saying? Met you. So it's just funny how things transpire like that. So that's my win, is being able to come out of my shell, because again, I'm doing this by myself initially, trying to figure it out, and the Most High drops a solid brother in my lap, low key. Pause.
High key pause.
High key pause.
Why you say that for?
Yeah, but you fall into people's lives. We cross paths.
There you
on
go,
the same
man.
path.
It's a ripple.
Crazy. Yeah,
it's a ripple effect.
Heavy pause.
Thank you.
But
oh my God.
But that's what the editing's for.
Yeah.
That's your job. See? Heavy pause.
Troll.
But I know, of course, be trolling. But like for real, I'm like, that's my win, is crossing paths with somebody of a like mind that's trying to do similar things. It doesn't always have to be the same.
Yeah.
But I know I can call them for support. So that's my win. And the lesson is, like I said, just getting out of your shell and trying something different. Going back to Alexis' conversation about, hey, we might need to expand this military conversation, especially now with Trump in office. Everybody's just so against the federal government, period. But there is a path for it. It's not for everybody, but at least have the conversation, at least take a realistic look at it.
Yeah.
So the lesson is getting out of your shell. Going to the cigar lounge first time, like, oh shit, kind of blew my mind. But cigar culture is such an old culture.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's my winning lesson.
So, piggyback what you said. I think it was a quote from I think it was Breen Brown. I'm not sure. I think it's like Brene Brown's. It was something like, just be around people. I'm paraphrasing the quote. I'm not gonna say the quote verbatim, but like, be around people that are like you, but not the same as you, so they could push you, they could drive you and trying to put you forward to where you need to be at.
Yeah.
And I think you and I have that kind of similarity on where we want to be at. We push each other.
Yeah.
We're like, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. Even sometimes you're like, I'm waking up 5 o'clock in the morning now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start running. I'm getting into running and try to get into more like just working out, being better than. That's the direction you gotta start going in, and that's something that sometimes your day twos can help you with.
Yeah.
And I've worked out with day ones, but sometimes you just go in different paths. And yeah.
Again, they're used to you being Ron from high school.
Yeah.
Ron from the body shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They used to me being Kofa before he changed his name.
Mm-hmm.
They used to be being Kofa before the military.
Yeah, Kofa with the overalls and the snotty nose.
No.
And the afro. Watch your Saturday cartoon. Well, you still watch Saturday cartoons.
I
but.
sure do. But they're used to you in that space. With your day ones, you have common memories.
Mm-hmm.
With your day twos, you're going to have common goals and a future.
Ooh, I love that quote. That's good.
Yeah, that was good.
You gotta put
Did
that.
I clean it up? Did I make it better from the pause? From the
What
pause.
was that? What was this?
That's my happy thumbs up. I did good. All right.
Yeah. So another quote. That was a great quote too. BT Bomb for that quote. It was John Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
So John Maxwell said like, your level of success is determined by the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
And with the day twos, you have the right people around you, and you have a level of success. Or you can have the wrong people around you and have levels of failure.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of, I guess, expound on having the right people around you, how that works at the level of success. Mm-hmm. Then also, on the other side of the coin, the wrong people around you with the levels of failure, and some examples that you could provide us with.
Level of success. So I just, again, military talk, but I just made the E7 list, so I know I'm getting promoted to the next rank.
Okay.
When I first met Ty, he was an E7. He was 2 ranks above me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a goal to get to where he was, because we roughly had almost the same amount of years, and he had been in a little bit longer than I was.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a goal I had to set. You know what I'm saying? If I was going to be around this guy, I couldn't be slacking on what I was doing. Like, he's 2 levels above me already.
Mm-hmm.
We cool, but at the same time, it was something I could see that was attainable.
Yeah.
And he always supported me in that and told me, hey, try this, or, this time frame is the best time to go to school or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that the people I was around, helped me goal set or gave me something to reach to, because you don't want to be the smartest person in the room all the time.
Yeah.
It was the quote, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room,
Mm-hmm.
type of thing. So again, gave me a goal to set. And then just looking back in general, I think everybody in the room and everybody out there watching this can attest to this. You have to leave home to grow. And that's something my mom always told me. I think everybody that has left a hometown, whether it's moving over to the biggest city in the state, moving out of state, out of the country, whatever the case may be.
Even going to college, like you mentioned,
going to college, you look back or you come home to visit and you see people that you grew up with and they're still there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big fear of mine, of not just being around the same people, but being stagnant in life. I think being stagnant is worse than failure. If you take a L, you take the wins and the losses.
Yeah.
If you take that L, at least you tried. At least you made that effort. But not usually, but we see it a lot of times in our community where people are always around the wrong crowd. And it sounds cliche. You hear it from the old people at church. You hear it from your parents. Don't hang around the wrong crowd. Don't get with the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen at this stage in life, we've seen the results of that.
Yeah.
Some people sitting down and they're never going to see the light of day because of jail.
Yep.
Some people aren't breathing today because they were around the wrong people. And it really, really sucks when it's the person that didn't do shit.
And
they was at the wrong, the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep. I mean, I have a close friend that's like that, and he got jammed up or something with some other groups of friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's I'm not even sure what state he's in right now. Yeah. Federal time,
Fed time.
Yeah, like last I heard was West Virginia.
No,
for something that was done in New York that he was found guilty of.
Yeah, but
just with the wrong day twos.
Yeah,
and that's a scenario of how being around the wrong people could just downward spiral
quick. And usually the failure comes quicker.
Oh yeah.
Than the success. The success, like what you're trying to build with your content, what I'm building, we've seen the growth we've had in the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. But we've shared them stories of, hey, my man just got these football numbers, or this person I knew they're not here anymore. I know I've asked you've asked me, like, damn, how old were they? Like fucking 36. They're younger than me. Like, just a reminder, I got to stay on my ground, like that type of thing. Mm-hmm. And it can be anything from the street stuff where you get caught up in crime to just not taking care of yourself, your health. You just out partying all the time, over drinking,
no water consumption, you're not sleeping.
Little thing.
Over-sexualization.
I was literally going to say, it's like this topic can get so broad because I'm thinking as early as me going off to college, my best friend staying home, having a baby, starting family, right? Like, so she had to start her life and all these things. And I'm taking midterms. I'm, partying. So like our life from the very beginning, our trajectory changed so much. And she's someone, she's my day one, right? But at the same time, our life is so different now. And she is someone who didn't see the progress in where I'm at. So when we are with them, they're always like, you changed and you're so different. And I'm just like, I've had so many years of growth, girl. So you have that. But then you also, I think about finances and how, we're in a space where we're trying to, like, because Kofa said, where are y'all traveling to? And I was like, uh-oh, we're not going nowhere, right? But like, we are on a journey for, debt relief, all these things, like just financial freedom, because we want to be the millionaires in our first generation. We want to be in these places, but we can't be in those places if we're attached to people who are still, girl, let's book this trip, or let's do. And it's just
let's go to the casino, let's go to the strip club.
Yeah, so it's like you can do those things, but also when I come to you and I'm letting you know the goals that we have, you also have to be a day two in a positive direction and be like, okay, well, let's talk about that. And also, how can that benefit my life?
Yeah.
So we're saving. You could save too.
Mm-hmm. It's doable, but like you said, that those people are placed in your life for a reason.
Yeah.
And you might be the example. I might be the example. You might be the example. Hey, you can do this. But if they don't want to budge, they don't want to budge.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it's a lot of people's day ones that get left behind just simply because they won't try something different.
Yeah. And going back to you said about the example, just showing that you could do this. This right here that we're doing is an example of a day two, because Troy was like, yo, come on this podcast. I ain't gonna lie, I'm bad with DMs. My bad, Troy. So he had to be like a whole I'm bad with DMs, but him invite me to a podcast and seeing it in real life, I'm like, oh yeah, I want this.
Yeah.
And I remember telling Lane, that's the first thing I told Lane, like, oh, I want this in my life. He said, you can have it. Look, now I have it.
Yeah.
Because of the exposure of a day two.
12 episodes deep.
Yeah. Season 2 with Kofa.
I'll take it. I will take it. And then it's something too as you're growing, because I know I've semi-struggled with this, and I think I made some poor choices with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's survivor's remorse.
Yes.
You're the one that got out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we grew up together, went to the same school, did the same stuff all the time. How did you get out? How did you get out? How did you get to where you got to? You ask yourself that, and then you get them questions out loud, like, or you get those statements out loud, like Lex said, and it's just, you changed. You know what? I did.
Yep.
I did. And that's okay. For anybody out there, it's okay. Be that change. Be that difference.
Mm-hmm.
You want to win. You don't want to look like you're winning.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of cats that looked like they was winning back then, and I felt like the broke is a joke, but they're still there. I moved, like, told you this story too. I grew up in Columbus, Georgia. Whole crew, we gonna get big and we gonna move to Atlanta. I'm the only motherfucker here. So it forced me to have day twos.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Ooh, what you got, Lex?
Wow, Kofa, welcome to Atlanta.
Thanks.
Where the players play.
I did good.
Do you know his story about airport pickup? You know he's a troll. So when he picks people up from the airport, he plays that song on blast with the windows down.
Why?
And so to get him back,
look at you.
To get him back, which he doesn't get embarrassed. Like, I'm secondhand embarrassed immediately.
Yeah.
On the plane to New York, I played
Taylor Swift. Welcome to New York.
And yeah, so clearly that didn't end well for me, but I tried to get him back.
But now I clap when the plane lands and she gets embarrassed again.
It's just,
that's a thing.
I don't like the tension.
Countries and cultures, though, is everybody claps when I think is it Dominican?
No.
Puerto Rican? It's some Latin American culture. I think everybody claps when the plane lands.
Mm.
But
wow.
It's like, hey, we made it, thank God. Like, but it's a thing.
I don't want to get into plane crashes stats, but yeah. This was great, man. I'm glad you came back. I'm glad you spent the block on wins and lessons. I'm glad we determined that this recording is going to be season 2, episode 1. You know what I'm saying? So my boy Kofa made it. Yeah, we made it.
I made it, man.
Yeah.
I'm on wins and lessons. I know real rap Ron. You know who I am? I know real rap Ron. I got real friends.
So let everybody in the whole wide world know where they can find Kofa.
So you can find me on YouTube mainly, but all social media platforms at growthtalk.com is the website. Growth Talk Kofa, YouTube, all social media platforms.
I don't think that's your website.
What?
Growthtalk.com.
Oh, shit. ENT. Shit. See, my day two, bro. He got to help me out. He got to help me out because I just got it to where I wanted it. So, so I just got the website.
Run that back.
So, growthtalkent.com. I always leave off the ENT.
You do.
Because you know why? Because I had to rebuy the URL.
Mm.
I had to change the URL. When I redid the website, I had to change the URL. So that's on me. That's what you got day twos for. That's what you got day twos for. growthtalkent.com is the website. But Growth Talk with Kofa on YouTube and all social media platforms.
And I'm going to say this before we close out. Guys, enjoying this episode, use Wins Lessons on Kofa website. You get discounts on some merch. I'm going to just put a discount code on your website.
You do?
Yeah. I'm going to do it for you. Just make sure you do it. You got to be true to your word. I bet.
He'll walk me through it like he does with everything else.
You going to freestyle real quick for the end of the episode?
Not from earlier with that Knicks slander.
Okay.
NBA champion, New York Knicks, 2026.
We're going to cut that out. You
Wow.
I'm just thanking God for all his blessings. Cause all I do is win or it's a lesson. I can take a loss if I learn from it. And I feel like a boss, only right I go in. I'm just thanking God for all his blessings. Yeah, it's all about wins and lessons. And lessons, oh. Listen, all I do is win. I can never fail. I can take no L if I took a